What If It's Cool is proudly brought to you by Respo Clothing. Feel like a champion by wearing the merch from all the stars, including Luke Resner, B Squared, Savannah Rowe, John Stop Action, Nova Nichols, The Cooters, and my personal favourite, Conflict Axiom. So feel like a champion by checking out Respo Clothing. They can be found on Facebook and on Instagram. Battle Championship Wrestling are back with a 2-night extravaganza, Best in Battle, happening on the 5th and the 6th of July at the Sikh Centre. Ticket link is in the description. Make sure to check it out. They are still out on parole. Australian Outlaw Wrestling presents On Parole Tour, happening on the 6th of July at the Potbelly Canberra, featuring music from A Gazillion Angry Mexicans, Scum Fu, and Voodoo Acid Space Kings. Ticket link is in the description. Make sure to check it out. Adrenaline Pro Wrestling presents Breakout 43, happening on July 12th at the Adrenaline Zone, featuring the up-and-coming stars of Adrenaline Pro Wrestling. Ticket link is in the description. Make sure to check it out. Alpha Pro Wrestling presents Ruthless, happening on Saturday, July 13th at the Pipework Market. Ticket link is in the description. Make sure to check it out. And Nate Hunter is a virgin. It's time to prepare for war as MXW presents Battle of the Border, happening on July 20th at the Sets Mildura. Ticket link is in the description. Make sure to check it out. Renegades Wrestling presents We Choose Violence, happening on Sunday 28th of July at the Northgate Theatre. Ticket link is in the description. Make sure to check it out. Hello and welcome to another episode of What If It's Cool, the show where we talk about anything and everything that is cool in the world today. I am clearly not from Adelaide because, well, I have all my teeth, Daniel Paul Crow, and with me, I knew that was going to get you too.
I'm not from Adelaide! Every time I declare this half my life!
Anyone from Adelaide, please fight me. And with me,
when I see you next.
And with me is, I know I'm going to do this at some point because for some reason, I think either someone called you by the name or I just read it wrong for the first time. I know I'm going to call you Eleanor at some point in this, but I'm with Eleaine. How are
You
you? Have I already f***ed it up already?
Yeah, you said
Oh, all right. Eleaine Hope. Yeah.
what up, bro?
Daniel Paul Crow, good-looking man, awesome human being. Fuck cannot get anything right when he's trying to do a fucking podcast. Yeah, cool. Yeah, there we go. I'm so glad Rich, Pete, and Tass are not here right now because they'll be tearing me a new one right now. Cheers. We just hit it off the moment I first met you. I think it was at the premiere of what was it? Hotel Underground, wasn't it?
Yeah, Hotel Underground. We were.
Yeah.
It was a fun night.
It was a fun night, but all of a sudden I just got oh hi, I went oh hey, and I looked at it. Oh my god! I didn't even realize you because I knew your partner. Hang on, are we allowed to reveal who your partner is? Is it?
Yes, we can. Everyone knows him. It's fine. Everyone has seen us work. I wore a pink fluffy dress for him, so it's fine.
Because I saw your partner Lockie, and I was like, oh okay, hey, what do? And then I was like, oh my god, yeah, and we just hit it off. I think we talked for like what, an hour or something like that.
I think because I remember there was a lot of people I knew, so I was going around saying hello to everyone like I normally do at events, and then I saw you, and I was like, "Oh, wait, I know you. You did the podcast."
But in saying that though, I don't need to ask the staple question here because I already know, and I want to get this out of the way before we do anything about your career. I already know what she thinks is cool that nobody else does because yeah. Oh, this is painful. This is so painful for me to reveal. Eleaine thinks, and let me just stress this, thinks that the Adelaide Football Club is the bee's knees and the coolest thing in the world.
Okay. I'm from South Australia. Like, I've grown up, especially with my family, like, knowing there's some connections, and I've grown up around the team, too. So, there's some real bias in here. Yes, I'm a Crow supporter, die in, die out, day in, die out. I am the diehard Crow supporter. Like, but the thing is, I also know when my team is like, I've openly admitted it to you, like, the other day when I saw you at Alpha. Like, I'm like, my fucking team! My team fucking sucks! Like, I'm overly will admit, like, we've seen me on Twitter be like, can we get rid of the coach? Can we get rid of Nix himself? Like, I'm not the delusional Crow supporter. I'd like to put it there. I know that we are not good right now. We're not like where we used to be, like 20 years ago.
Yeah, but I'm about to say, hey, oh, it was more than 20 years ago. This is like mid 90s, you know, when the coach was still okay, and that's because you had Gary Ayres as your coach. You know, I think I've just worked out why I'm so bitter about the Adelaide Crows, because like Gary Ayres obviously coached Geelong for so long, didn't get us a premiership, and goes to Adelaide. What's he do? Gets 2 premierships. Bastard.
Love it.
Oh.
I mean, but also I've got connections, so like I've grown up around the team. So I remember Andrew McLeod. Like he played for my hometown one time for a season. Growing up around Tyson Edwards' family, like I've known a couple of players for the Crows, so like I've grown up with the team to the extent it's like I've got to go for my Crows. Like I bleed red, blue, and yellow all day, every day. But like at the same time, I'm like, yeah, I will admit when we suck, because I know right now I'm just like, this is bad.
Oh god, it's beyond
And
bad.
I grew up in a crazy football family. Like it's not just Crow supporters. We've got the Essendon supporters. We've got Geelong supporters. We've got a Sydney supporter. We've got a Brisbane supporter. We've got a Hawthorn supporter. Like my family's diverse in football.
So no, they're not one consistent unit. They've got to follow one or another.
No, there's like bets in my family. Okay, let alone like every Crows listening game, there's always a bet on within the family.
Wow. I've got like I didn't grow up in a family like that, so there were only three clubs in my dad's family at least. So you had Geelong, the greatest team of all. Thank you very much. You have St Kilda. I won't say anything about that. And because they were
Yes, you can.
No, hang on.
I mean, it's 2010.
And then this is the one that were married into the family because oh my god, it got so heated, especially in September. Hollywood. Those are the 3 teams that were in the Crow household, and wow. You know your stereotypical one-eyed supporters. That was pretty much everyone in the family, including myself. I like to think I still am a one-eyed Geelong supporter. I nearly said a Crow supporter then. Oh, I feel dirty. But obviously I don't follow it as religiously as I used to. But man, we had a long conversation the first time I probably met you when we worked together at Alpha, and I want to bring this up now. And I know you tried to tell me so, but I said no. Let's just save it for the episode because I'm gonna tear you a new one on this one. All right, Eleaine, why the do you wear the Brisbane Bears inspired gear?
Okay, so I will finally tell the story because I've had this like so far of my entire career is this nothing else. It's this question: why that gear? So I come from a proud Ngarrindjeri town called Meningie.
Yes.
Like I believe, like I'm happy and proud to call myself a girl from Meningie because I've said this recently to some family, even to Lockie. I'm like, you can take the girl out of Meningie, but you can't take the Meningie out of the girl. Because like I've always found myself always coming back to Meningie in some type of way.
I'm just gonna put there like because when we talked about it, you know, you were surprised I knew what it was. I was only there for like maybe 20, 30 minutes when I was very young, and I just want to put it out there. Why are you so proud about being from that town? Like, it was just too quiet for my liking.
Well, because I've grown up with that town, and they've been there for like my ups and downs with my entire family, including myself. Like that town is like once you really get into the nick of the town, like normally if you see it, like it's a quiet place, everyone's to themselves, but it's a quiet place. But once you're from there, like everyone knows everyone, like legitimately, like there's no, I can't even walk into that town without someone go like, "Yo, Eleaine, what are you doing here?" And then somehow, eventually, 10 minutes later, I'm getting told off for something. Normally, because of me dyeing my hair or some type of tattoo I have, but by my elders, because that happened last time I went and visit. But like, I always have defended Meningie with my heart. Like, to me, it's the place that I was, not just the place I was born, it was the place that shaped me as me.
Yeah.
And once you get to know, once you're really embraced into the town, like, you know everyone. Like, you know everyone that's at the pub, you know everyone at the news agency, the post shop, Foodlands, petrol station, like, hospital. Like, everyone knows everyone. Like, you literally can't, you're literally having a conversation with everyone every day when you're there.
Well,
And
how big's the population over there?
like, probably, what, 1,000 people? Best, if not less.
Wow.
Oh.
No,
But
but
like,
even then, with small towns, like I grew up in a but not for very long though. But I spent a little bit of time in Tokyo. I like to call that my hometown because it always felt like home for me. I hadn't been there in close to 20 years. And this is about 9 years ago. I went to the local supermarket, and I was getting all my stuff, and I not. This is what happened. The cash lady looked at me and goes, "Is your name Daniel?" I went, "Yeah." "Your dad's name Danny, right?" I went, "Yeah." "And your mum's name Natalie?" "Yeah." I went, "Yeah." She goes, "Oh, how long you been in the town for? We haven't seen you since you were a kid." I went, "How the do you even recognize me after 20 goddamn years?"
see, that's the thing. That's why I love my hometown, because like, I know I can't do anything without that town. We're like, "All right, Eleaine, what's new? And then they'll always ask the silliest questions to me. But like, one of the things that brings the town together is football, which is one of my first loves in life, which was football. So the town is called the Meningie Bears, hence why I have the Brisbane Bears Guernsey, because they actually use that Guernsey.
Mm.
Unfortunately, now the team doesn't exist, which is sad, because like, unfortunately, after a couple seasons ago, they weren't getting enough players because everyone was either hurt or they just didn't want to play anymore, or they had moved. So we've had to. They're now known as the Coorong Cats. So it's a little
Much better name by the sounds of it. Cats.
I mean, you'll like their Guernsey then.
Hey, what's a jersey? What's it look like?
It's like the Geelong Guernsey.
Oh yeah, beautiful! I love it.
I heard, when I heard that happen, I was like, no, this is the one thing I have left. I was dying inside. I was like, no.
This explains why you don't like B squared and myself. I understand now. It makes perfect sense now.
I like B squared. I like you. I just tolerate Geelong Cats. I never said I didn't like you guys.
Oh,
But no, so that's why I come out wearing, like, everyone's like, "Oh, the Brisbane Bears." I'm like, nah, it's the Meningie Bears. This is home to me. Like, I've always associated Bears with Meningie.
yeah.
Because I wasn't born before when the Brisbane Bears were a thing.
Yeah, that makes me feel really, really bad because like I know how much older than you that I am with you, and I also remember the bloody turmoil that was the Fitzroy and Brisbane merger because I remember, and again, this is how fucking old I am. I remember on 3AW radio, there was a contest to name the new team because we obviously knew it was going to be Brisbane. I stupidly said to my dad, "Oh, why don't we call them the Brisbane Rabbits?" I have never ever like in the entire time my dad was alive, I have never ever seen my dad look at me and gone, "That what you just said is the most idiotic thing I've ever heard." The world is more dumber now, knowing that you just said that. May God have mercy on your soul and for everyone that heard it. You fucking idiot.
To be fair, my story of becoming a correspondent is actually the cutest thing ever because usually my family was my mum, Mama Hope. So if you ever go to a show and you see Mama Hope, say hello to her because we all love Mama Hope at Mayhem, especially when she brings either cheesecake or muffins or cookies.
Yeah.
Like, I've got her football temper. I would be the first one to admit I got my football temper from her. And I remember she messaged me last night because she went to the Essendon Carlton game. And I'm like, oh no, my Mama Hope got it. I'm just reading the message. It was so funny. But she was trying to make me an Essendon supporter.
Oh God, why? I feel like we should just get Bo Bowman here, and he'll try to convince you, but like
No.
I'll just be like, no, just don't listen to Bo.
No, so my pop, because he used to live like down the road from us and all that, being in Vinningu. So he looked up one day, had some behind his back, said hi to my mom, and was like, and my mom, not really, she said hi, but she was doing something at home.
Mm.
He walks in, sees me, says his little nickname for me, and then sits me down and puts this bear in front of me. My mom walks in, he presses the 4, Crow's theme song starts playing. I walk over to the bear, start hugging it. My mom's automatically losing it. Because she's told me the story, and she's like, she was not meant to go for that team. And ever since that day, I've been a Crow supporter. It was all because my grandfather gave me a bear. That's like the Crow's theme song. So if anyone wants to know how I became a Crow supporter, that is the reason why. Family, this is how bad my family is when it comes to football. They will literally go behind each other's backs just to make supporters.
Oh God.
And being like, trust me, I've been to Showdown. I've seen how bad Showdown gets in SA. Like, I've known partners who have kids to put, like, oh, if my team, if Crows win, the kid has to go for the Crows. Like, that is how people in SA treat Showdown. Like, there's like bets on within friends. Like, it's bad when Showdown comes around.
Look, I'm obviously, in Victoria we don't really have anything that we could really do something to equivalent that in the AFL, but we have that in the A League, and obviously I'm a very, very proud, if anything, extremely proud Melbourne Victory supporter. Whenever we're facing City, if I see anybody with a City jersey, I immediately turn the other way. If they try to talk to me, I ignore them. If we lose that match, I'm literally running to get to the train station because I don't want to be anywhere near a City supporter. I have said to my godson, if I ever catch you with a Melbourne City jersey, or if your girlfriend has a Melbourne City jersey on, I will disown you. And I've also said to the rest of my family that come grand final season, if it's both teams are in the grand final, do not come near me. Do not come into the room until we win. If we don't win, fuck off.
That's me with Showdown. Like, I let Lockie know with Showdown recently happened. I warned him. I'm like, I'm a whole different person when it comes to Showdown. Like, I treat every quarter like the fourth, but Showdown, I'm like, I went last year and I got a message from him. He's like, that quarter. I'm like, I know, I'm here, I'm watching. Like, I'm literally in line to get another Farmers Union iced coffee strong and another Billy's donut. Leave me alone. I'm watching football. I'm hoping to be leaving my lungs somewhere where I've got no more voice.
I would love and I know we talked this off camera, but I would love to be in the room with you watching Showdown. Not the actual to watch the game, but just to watch you lose your shit. Because what your partner said was like, which is like a teaspoon of what I'm assuming what you would be like. So I actually really want to do this. So next time there's a Showdown, either
That's an
either
August.
I come over or you come over and we just watch it together
Here's
and
the
I just sit
thing.
there and laugh.
The person you really need to ask about Showdown is Mama Hope. She has seen it firsthand. She has stories of me and Showdown, but if you ever go to a show and she's there, go to her and ask her about Showdown. She's more than happy to talk to you about it.
If hypothetically I'm not working the same night because the last two shows Mayhem has been doing this stuff, I've been working. So I'm very very busy now that I work in wrestling. That and yes, that's 100% a cheap plug. But no, I definitely want to meet Mama Hope and I do want to talk to her because yeah, I heard she's got a lot of stories about not just that, but there's a lot more other stuff, and I think maybe if she's okay with it, get her on the show just to talk about it. I think that'd be even more funny. Have you sitting right next to her and you're just like, no, Mum, please don't tell me. Please don't tell him that. I don't want the world to know this. I think that'd be great.
She would trust me. She'd probably like, hey, remember when you did this? Trust me. She's so lucky. So many stories. Like when she met him, there's so many stories of this is me at the table. Like, oh no, please stop.
Mum, I hope if you're watching this, we'll be in talks. Oh my god. I do want to touch about something because I don't think we talked about it when we last had you on the show. Although this is around the same time as coming out. You got a free ticket to a match, and I officially hate you because even though I don't go to my team is not in part of this match, I would sell my right kidney to be at this match because of the amount of things that can happen in this match. Talk us through.
I remember this because I told you, and you told me to go f myself. So
I didn't say it in those words, but yes, that's pretty much what I said.
Yeah, pretty much the gist. So I remember I got a ticket to Anzac Day because my mum has a membership, and being a proud Essence supporter, she does not like Hollywood. She's probably refusing to go to the game because of her hatred, because she's scared she might get banned. So I've seen her on Anzac Day. Trust me, I've seen she's literally the person that prays during that game. Hands and knees, starts praying. So she's got a membership, and I mean, I started because like I got it to her. I gave it to her as a Christmas gift. So I gave it to her as a Christmas gift, and she looked at me. She was like, "I don't want to go to the game. Do you want my ticket to Anzac Day?" And I'm like, "Yeah, 100%. I'm taking it." Like I'm a diehard.
Wait. Why would she not want to go to that game?
Because she was scared she was going to get banned.
Oh, I'd still risk it. That's just me.
No, I. There's a list on my phone. We made this like years ago.
Yeah.
We have a drinking game because of my mum. We had a drinking game.
Oh, please go get it. I need to know.
I've got it on my phone, so
I need to hear it.
So we made this around. It was like 2019. We first played at family's, like an uncle's house, and me and my cousins. By the first quarter, we were not okay. And then we had to change the rules later on. So for Sips, it's every behind or goal scored. Every time Mama Hope glares at someone, and we put this in the brackets mainly at me because I am like if I'm watching the game with her, I have the nerve to push the buttons that you shouldn't be pushing on that type of game. When everyone says either go Bombers or Pies, because we've had a few people go for the Pies around my mum and she will glare at them too. can't touch them. My mum is very particular on her Essendon boys that they are to be protected and that they shouldn't be touched. Ball too high, football gods, or Mama Hope saying she's being good, which majority of the time is the same thing during me with Showdown. Like, I'm being good. This is also where my little sister comes in. Now we've got the mouthfuls. This is where my sister comes involved. My little sister.
Yeah.
Please know, totally different compared to me and my mom.
Yeah.
More innocent than me, for sure. Like, 100%. Like, total polar opposites. If she says something mean about Collingwood, we have to take a mouthful. Because she's never mean about anything. Every fight, because fights don't happen in football anymore, which is bring back the fights.
Bring back the Biff.
Yeah,
come on.
I'm sorry. Showdown's no longer. That's the one thing about Showdown I miss is when they start throwing fists. Like that made the game even 10 times better.
Oh man, but before we continue on that bit, not that we condone violence here.
No,
we condone sports entertainment violence, but that's the only violence we condone. But you got to admit, it's fucking entertaining.
yeah, you know, like come on, like look what they did at the start of the season, that Hawthorn Essendon game where the guy just jumps in with that kick.
Oh, it was just a love tap. That's all it was. There's nothing behind it.
Funny. And then it just starts. It's like, yeah, bring it back. I was like, bring it back.
Well, in saying that though, what are the top 3 best-selling DVD / videos of from the AFL? What do you reckon it are?
For me personally, it's probably a Crows DVD or 4.
No, well, of course that would be. I know I'm gonna butcher the name, but it's Biffs, Buffs, and Bruises. Boyens 1, 2, and then it was like a compilation DVD video. That's it. Those are the top 3. Like no joke.
And it's probably all because of the fights.
Yeah, of course. And they're great. I love those. I've actually got both those DVDs at home, and it's always fun to put in the background because like the commentator goes over it because Mark Jacko Jackson, he got a lot of them. God, now because I know Jacko, now I feel incredibly old because I just said his name. Bring back the Biff AFL. Like I know we shouldn't be saying that, but at the same time. Bring it back. Come on. I mean, the NRL get away with a lot more stuff than the AFL. Jesus Christ.
I mean, come on. I got in a bit of fights when I used to play football, mainly for schools, and I was on a Christian college.
I think I've only ever gotten one. Oh, no, sorry, I lied. I got into 3. One was in my third last game. My second ever game, and the other one, fortunately. I started because I accidentally hit a guy with the back of my elbow, and it was nothing. And then all of a sudden he goes and puts me in a chokehold, and I'm just like, all right, I've got to defend myself. Hit him in the side, and next thing I know, everyone's going into a brawl. So
mine was like a school carnival. So like we had so it was me. I was going against my old school, so I had mates involved. So we always, even when we would play at school, when we were at school together, we always said. No rules. Like everyone for themselves. You get tackled, you get tackled. We're not gonna treat you any differently. So there were sling tackles, spear tackles. It got to the point where we were all getting into each other's faces, just like egging each other going. But to be fair, I've also had fights in basketball, so I can't talk. Never started any of them, but I sure did win them. Specsavers. To be fair, it's mainly at the umpires because they are terrible at their job. They have been for years. And if it wasn't for that dumb umpire last year, I would have been at finals. They wasted. Still mad about that. I was at a party watching that game too. And they're like, we're going to finals. I'm like, yes, I'm going to finals. I watched it the next morning. I don't want more sober, but I'm like, I'm just there. My mama Hope's like, really? You got to torture yourself? I'm like, yep. We should be at the I'm never going out too. And I'm like, you see the game? I'm like, that should have been nice. We would have been more of an opportunity. So Specsavers is usually yelled out a lot during the Anzac Day game.
Yep.
Maybe because they take 20 minutes just to do a score review now. So pointless.
Oh, it's ridiculous. Like I know that we're here to talk about wrestling, but I think honestly the way we're going, because we're already half an hour into this episode, I reckon we'll talk about your career on another episode, because I actually really want to talk about
Football.
how bad the AFL umpires are, and
the thing is, we've been talking and doing a football episode for so long.
I know.
I've got a couple more was left. So like one was, for some reason, my mum at one stage had a chosen disease at one point, wishing Collingwood could get it. Down your drinks, if my sister swears, she has only sworn twice in her life, and she's broke down and cried each time.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Here's the thing. Both times have been directed at me. And it's always been the word shithead.
Oh.
And then, thank goodness I wasn't there this year. Because the last rule is down all the drinks if it's a draw.
Oh, no.
I was like, I'm moving out and save me because I don't have to live by this rule anymore. This year I go and it's a draw. I remember being at the game and because my mum got the same seat as last year, and she looked at this dude, literally, he took a look at me and goes like, oh, I remember you. You're the Adelaide chick that came to the Dreamtime game last year. What the hell? And then we're just having a chat for like 10 minutes, like catching up. This is all at Anzac Day because I remember doing Dreamtime last year because Crows were in Brisbane. So I did from Ballarat to the MCG.
Yeah.
And I'm there like, I wasn't allowed to do what I was originally meant to be doing because I had to wrestle the next day because I did the brewery show for Renegades.
Yep.
And I'm like, dude's like, he's like, what are you doing here? You're wearing a Crows jersey. I'm like, I got given a ticket, bro. I'm not going to say no to a free game.
Oh, you don't. You just don't. Tickets are so freaking expensive these days.
You know, and literally went to Anzac Day, sat there. Dude turns around and goes like, oh, I remember you. I'm like, bro, I've only seen you once in my life. How the hell do you remember me? He goes like, because you're the girl that wore the Crows jersey. He goes like, not wearing the jersey today. I'm like, bro, no, I didn't get my hands on the Anzac Day jersey.
Oh man.
That's the extent of football in my family. Like, there's a drinking game, there's teams, alliances. So much I know. It even extends to this South Australian Football League.
Wow.
And local football.
I don't know what I like better, to be honest. Half the time when I'm watching it, it's like, because I love AFL, but I love local football too. Local football. If you guys do watch footy here in Australia, if you've never been to a proper local footy match, I don't mean like like the under 10s or anything. I mean actual proper over 18s like the Springvale Scorpions. I don't know if they're still around, but or in my case, because a few of my friends played for them, the Oakley Chargers. Oh my god, it's fantastic! I like the atmosphere there is just, woo. And when in
their cars and they beat the horsemen.
Like how good is it being at a country or a county or even to a lower suburb footy match, having a snag and just tooting the horn when your team kicks a goal. No better feeling than that.
That is my childhood.
Like most
Saturdays just from March to September, just at games for Meningie Bears. Just, if I wasn't helping out, I was tooting the horn. But football goes deep in the family.
Saturday, Sundays for me as well. I remember my mum will be working in canteen. My dad will be having a cigarette, helping out on the barbecue. And the moment the game starts, he goes, "All right, you guys take the barbecue. I'm gonna watch the game." Cool. All right, moment kick it off. Yeah, go Miles. I'm like, "Oh yeah, Dad. It's not my time. I don't care. It's not." My dad, one eye Geelong supporter. And when the team that I play for, which is the sadly no longer around, the Northvale Swans or Northvale Vales, depending on which way you saw it, Dad was rampant for them, and like I miss that sort of interaction. It's kind of like in wrestling, hey, you always got those guys who are like die hard, insert wrestler's name there,
Yeah,
and but it's different when it's a footy team, and it's different when you got the car there with the horn.
yeah.
Oh, you know what? I think before the end of the year, if we end up doing this proper footy episode, because obviously we recorded the episode recently with the AFL comic, and we got most of the cast for this episode that we're going to be doing in it, but we didn't actually get to talk about the footy properly. I reckon we should just do it at a game. Find a team that allow us to be there to be recording there. Get the bit of plugs and yeah.
Well, I actually live near a football club. Like I'm like.
Yeah,
I'm
but
like
you're far away from all of us, though.
Yeah, it's true. I have to come in somewhere.
Because you got to remember that
me.
me and Deezy are going to be coming from the southeast, and you and Bowman would be a more close, like not close, but very closer to each other than we are. So yeah. But that's going to be an interesting episode to do, I reckon. Or just thinking outside the box.
We legally record ourselves on an AFL game.
Yeah. Like we obviously can't do it at the actual game itself, but do it outside, and just like we just walk. I'll just have the tripod, and everyone just holds a mic, roaming, and then we just talk and walk. And hopefully we don't get any supporters that see it and then try to hijack the episode, like what happens on what used to happen on Street Talk on the Footy Show.
Oh my gosh, Street Talk was the best.
Oh God. Talking footy, footy classified, the church, the couch. Oh, what was that other? Oh no, you weren't even born yet. I was going to say there was another one that that Dunstall and Dougie Hawkins used to host in on Channel 7. That was really good too, but I can't remember.
I get the front bar. Don't forget that one.
Oh yeah, the front bar as well. Yep.
I mean, I'm always watching AFL 360 because it's so silly.
I don't know. That show doesn't do it for me.
I'll watch it if I can catch it after a game, but then especially on Sundays when they start putting on the silliest clips.
Well, I gotta be flat honest here, and there's not that many shows where I actually shed tears when I heard they got the chop, the footy show. The original footy. No, sorry, not the original, because the original footy show is the Sunday footy show. The footy show that used to be on Thursday nights.
That same. I tried getting a ticket. I tried to get 2 tickets for me and my dad to go to the last ever grand final show. Like I tried so hard to get tickets, but I didn't miss it because I remember like seeing like you had Sam Newman, all that.
Everyone was back to say their goodbyes, and I'm gonna look directly at the camera at this one. I'm going to be directing this to the board of directors of Channel 9.
Bring it back.
No, not only bring it back. I'm going to steal a line from Darren Hinch here. Shame for cancelling one of the greatest Australian-produced, Australian-owned, Australian everything TV show, the Footy Show. What the fuck were you thinking? I get it. There was a lot of controversy, but that's the whole appeal of the show. Like, I miss it. Like I would purposely make sure that I didn't have work on a Thursday night so I could watch the Footy Show. Even though I don't watch, even though I'm not that big into footy as I used to be, I still watch the Footy Show because it was so entertaining, and now it's gone.
I had a series linked at one stage. So I was like, I got a sports commitment this day. I've got to watch Footy Show though. But now we got Thursday night footy, but I'll be like, no, bring it back.
Again, probably should be saying this for the AFL episode that we're going to be doing, but I love Thursday night footy. I think that I miss Monday night football as well, but Thursday night football, like footy on a Thursday night, don't know why I love it, but it's so good. I don't care who's playing. I'll either watch one quarter or I'll watch the full game. I'm loving it.
I try and watch it mainly, especially if my team plays, because we've got a lot of Thursday night games apparently this year, which takes a toll. But I personally I love it. Like I having been a person who's grown up with footy park, so Amy Stadium in West Lakes, so many stories there growing up, going to those games, to doing Adelaide Oval. Though I remember crying when I saw the photos for Amy Stadium getting torn down. I remember the day where I was, and I was like, no.
I'll do you one better, right? One of the most iconic stadiums we ever had, not just in the AFL, not just in the VFL, not just in baseball, not just in soccer.
In the world.
I wouldn't say the whole world, because Madison Square Garden's probably the most famous, but I'd say this would be a close second. VFL Park, Waverley Park. I was at the last game that was played there. I was there when they started to take a lot of the stuff out. I have never in my entire life ever cried at a football game, like there in person. I've cried watching the games, on TV, but never actually being there, because it wasn't because I don't even remember who played. I just remember being there. I cried because I realized I'm never gonna be watching football here ever again. I'm never going to be able to experience being at a concert here. I'm never going to see baseball here ever again. It was heartbreaking.
That was me with Amy Stadium, because I remember so many games growing up, going to these games in West Lakes. Remember going to the last Crows game there with my dad, was like, let's go.
When they say it's more than a game, it fucking is. Because like how we are in wrestling, we have our standard things that we attach to, and it's like that's sacred. But when you have a stadium, like you have Amy, I have Waverley, that has that special place in our hearts, and then it's taken away from you, a little bit of you dies inside,
Yeah.
And yeah,
I saw the photos. I cried. I think it was on. I can't remember what I was. I think I was either doing something, or I just remember seeing the photo, and I'm just like, no, just turn it into a museum.
Well, they could have done. They could have done something like that.
Museum.
They could have done something, or they could have done what they did with Waverley and make it a training facility. Like, it's no longer a place where you can play games, but as much as I hate this, Hawthorn trains there. I think they do like little local games there too now, but it's not the same. But this is also the place where, if the MCG was booked out,
yeah,
no, hypothetically, right? Because this happened, I can't remember who. I'm pretty sure it was the Foo Fighters or it was Kiss or something. They double booked Rod Laver or was it Rod Laver or was it? Oh no, so they double booked the MCG because of someone else, and all of a sudden, they went, okay, we can't have the MCG. Let's put that concert in Waverley Park. Like, imagine, and I hate Craven. Don't think anything when I say this, but imagine having Taylor Swift perform at Waverley Park.
I mean, being a Swiftie, having been at Eras, still the greatest night of my life. I've said this. Nothing's going to beat it. Like, being there personally, no, that was meant to be an MCG Eras.
Okay, hang on.
Taylor Swift should never go back anywhere else.
All right, I gotta say this now, because obviously we haven't got much time, so we're not going to get into your career. We're going to have to get you on another episode to do that. But I have made fun of so many people about the whole aspect of the Taylor Swift. What was the tour called again?
Swifties Eras tour.
Whatever the recent tour, whatever it was, because
Eras tour, Eras.
The Eras tour, because I even made fun of Craven. Yeah, Craven. Remember, I was making fun of you about that, about it. But at the same time, like I got to remember, like this isn't my thing. I may not find it cool, but these people find it cool, and it's almost like a religious thing because like even though they couldn't get tickets, they were still like lining up outside to still listen. I was like, I don't think
I
in my
was
entire time I've ever been alive, I've ever had anybody do something like that. That was
I will
amazing.
next time I'm on, when I talk about my career, I'll also explain how I got my ticket
Okay.
because that's a whole story in itself. But I'll save that for the next
Well,
episode.
hang on, we got about 15 minutes left. Like, is it a long story or does it tie in with your career?
Actually, to be fair, it actually does tie in my career because it actually was the reason why I said no to a show one time.
All right. We'll save it for another episode.
But yeah, it ties into like a show I was meant to do earlier this year, and I was like, yeah, no, I'm going to Taylor Swift.
Well, hang on. So, what is the appeal of Taylor Swift's now? Because, like, I will admit, I kind of liked her music when she first started out. I've kind of mellowed out. I will admit, there are some songs I find catchy, but I would never call myself a Swiftie or even a fan. What is it about Taylor Swift that makes her cool?
I've grown up with her, so like when she started, I was like, I remember Love Story coming out, like all fearless, like Love Story, You Belong With Me, like going into Speak Now, Red, 1989. I think for me, because I've always said this is my era, even though I did like Speak Now for eras, like I went to Speak Now because I did the song Enchanted because it has a very deep meaning to me now, like a really like I can't listen to that song without crying now because of the eras tour. Because it holds a really special meaning to me, and for me, like I've always said, I'm a Reputation girly because like for me, I related so much to that album, like especially with like being in a town, like small country town, like between Meningie and Taylor Bend. Like I grew up between those two towns, and like Meningie, I was always like everyone accepted for who I was. Taylor Bend, when I left, like they kind of took it as, "Oh, you've changed." I'm like, "No, I haven't changed. I'm still myself, but like." You guys are just painting this picture. And when Reputation came out, I'm like, this is me to that town of Taylor and Ben. And then I go back listening to the other songs, especially now, like the early ones are like all love stories and all that. And now being where I am in life, it's like, especially when I hear Enchanted, I'm just like, yeah, this really hits hard to me.
Which one's Enchanted again? How does the chorus go for that one?
Enchanted is Speak Now, so it goes like, I was enchanted to meet you. It's also forcing laughter, faking smiles.
Yeah. Now I remember.
Yeah, so for me, that has a special meaning because of where I am in life and stuff like that. And I cried my eyes out once I heard the first like note of that song. I was like crying. I remember, but when I had Reputation, when that came out, like I was like, this is my album. Like I remember Red coming out and I was like being in year 9, like I thought it was cool, catchy and all that type of stuff because I was like, because everyone would be like, everyone hated it for some reason at the time, and I was just be like, I like Red. Like I love the color because I often do wear it a lot now.
You do?
I wear red a lot. For some reason, I always find myself wearing red, yellow, or black at times, or blue. But I remember hearing like 22. I knew you were trouble. We're never getting back together. All too well. Everything has changed. Like I was like, oh, this is my album. Like I would stay up late just to like watch music clips for that album. Because I like having like for some reason I've always been they play those songs like late at night for some reason. They've just been listening to these, watching these music videos,
Oh,
and that's why I love her so much because of what I used to be like kid. Like I would stay up late just to watch Taylor Swift, and then like having been to Eras being my first ever Taylor Swift because no one came to Adelaide for tours, which sucks because we offer a lot to the planet, like Farmers Union Strong, which should be sold here in Victoria.
hang on. I'm just curious because I do know of Farmers Union. When did they stop selling it here in Victoria?
I don't know. I moved here around 2015.
Wait, have we not had it since then?
I don't know.
We had that as I was growing up, so that's why I'm like, like when you were talking about it the other day, I was like thinking, we've still got that, don't we?
We have it in SA. It's in SA. Like I don't know why it's not here in Vic. I don't know why you guys don't have Billies, but I'm letting the Billies like thing slide because I know I could. The next time I'm going to SA, like I'm stocking up on Billies, but like Barbies Union Strong, like come on, I need that stuff to survive. Like I remember having a family friend who used to drive the truck just to deliver it, and I would actually sometimes go to him while he's delivering, like, yo, can I have a couple? And he would literally legitimately give me like a couple, like maybe 3 or 4 like bottles of 750 mils of Farmers Union Strong
Wow.
for free. I was just like, yeah, let's go and be done by the end of the day because I've drunk them all because I was in high school. But I don't get it, guys. Like, come on, Victoria, just do the right thing. Sell Farmers Union Strong. Like, let's bring it to Victoria. Bring it back. If you guys have had it, bring it back. So I need that stuff.
I'm just so shocked that we don't have it because I was like I thought you were talking shit when we talked about it on the other episode. I'm like, we still have it, but yeah, like if we don't have it, God.
Stuff. Like, and it's like that thing's like so spread out. Like you've got like the lactose intolerant. We've got the light stuff. We've got the normal stuff. We've got strong. Like there's so many different versions of Farmers Union Ice Coffee Strong in SA. But I come here, I'm like normal. I'm like no.
I was going to say, but this is before you were born. It's like I don't know what took over it, but it used to be called Breaker flavored milk. It was kind of like Big M, but it was a lot more creamier and a lot more sweeter as well. I remember I went to I think I went to Canberra for a week and I went looking everywhere for it for a school. It was like a school camp or something, and I was shocked they don't have it. Like, come on, like it's a milk company. Don't we have like doesn't every single state here in Australia have the exact same milk? You know, like if Farmer Strong's not there, why isn't it?
Yeah, like I look at this way. And I remember being somewhere one time and they said, oh, name a fun fact that you know what. Farmers Union Strong, iced coffee strong is the most sold drink in SA every day. It outsells Coke in South Australia. They're like, get out of here. Show them the fact. They're like, oh, you ain't bullshitting. I'm like, I would happily have that. I happily would have that every day. It's like it was like my go-to drink as growing up was drinking Farmers Union Strong.
Oh, man.
Especially in high school when I would have to study. In between like training and stuff.
It's I'm so shocked that we don't have it in Victoria. Like I don't like iced coffee or anything like that, but for something as simple as that, why don't we have that here in Victoria?
I can let go of Billies knowing when I go to SA I usually stock up of the person coming home with like 6 Jambolinis, a few like potato pies, pasties.
Hang on, a potato pie is just a shepherd's pie, isn't it?
I don't know. Everyone has different versions of shepherd's pie, though.
Yeah, but like whenever someone tells me, "Oh, let's have a potato pie," you mean shepherd's pie, right? They go, "No, it's different." I went, "No, it's not. It's got meat and potato in it. It's the same, same thing."
I'm vegetarian.
Huh?
I'm vegetarian, so
wait. So is a potato pie purely potato? There's no meat in it whatsoever.
No meat at all.
Okay, all right. I stand corrected. But I thought it was the same thing. Okay. Yep. Clearly, I'm a professional here on What If It's School because I don't know shit about shit. Anyway, Eleaine, it's been an absolute pleasure. We have run out of time. Where can we find you on all your socials?
So my Instagram, you can find me at Eleaine Hope PW. My Twitter is Eleaine _Hope. You can find me on Brown because I have that. I'm on YouTube, so you can just search Eleaine Hope. You'll find me there. All my matches when I post up. You can also find me on Eleaine Hope PW on TikTok. I am thinking of starting to do some creative stuff for my social media, so especially with some stuff that I'm hoping happens this year. I'm gonna probably vlog a few things because I wanted to do it earlier this year when I went to Western Australia. Forgot to start it. Then eventually got so tired during the trip I forgot to do it. But I am gonna be doing some creative stuff on there soon. And then pretty much you'll find me at Mayhem Shows, Alpha, and whoever else wants me there. Because you never know when I pop up. Because who knows? I might be wearing a pink fluffy dress. And I trust it. I let Lockie know every day about that.
Hey, you look, and Lockie, I mean this in all respect when I say this. You looked absolutely fabulous and beautiful when you wore that. I mean that platonically. If my missus watching, I'm just being a nice host. Okay, I'm not meaning it like the other thing. Okay, because I don't want to be in a doghouse tonight. Eleaine, it's been an absolute pleasure. I can't wait to see what's next for you and for us to do this bloody episode of
wrestling.
I love a football. And wrestling too. Yeah, I forgot. I forgot. We work in wrestling too, don't we?
Yeah.
Eleaine Hope, thank you for being part of What If It's Cool.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. And with that being said, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Oh no, I already stuck with the intro, the outro. Yeah, I'm trying to do stuff, and the nerves got the best of me. Let's try that again. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the show wherever you get your podcast. Want more from What If It's Cool? Make sure to check out the YouTube channel where you can find the latest episodes of Mukbang Around, Reaction, and of course the podcast. And don't forget to follow What If It's Cool on all socials. You can be found at What If It's Cool. Keep that support coming. And until next time, we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.
Bye.